Hello and good morning. You're watching Bella and I'm Lisa Wong. Today, two men will be sharing with us their love for the art of dancing, and one of them is from New York. And their remarkable passion have brought on a collaboration that celebrates the cultural identities of the East and West. So you don't want to miss any minute of the show. "25 years of friendship and a stint in New York gives birth to a performance that celebrates dance, art and music. Find out all about this production. We pay homage to man's creative art in dance, so you don't want to miss every minute of the next 30 minutes, only here on Bella. Now, our guests are here for a collaboration entitled Into the Circle, or rather Into the Center. It's going to be staged at the Auditorium DBKL, premiering yesterday. And before we bring them on, check out this video clip.
Sutra Foundation presents Into the Center, featuring Sutra Dance Theatre and Battery Dance Company in New York. Artistic direction, Ramli Ibrahim and Jonathan Hollander. Into the Center, international dance production, a cultural partnership of Malaysia and the US, celebrating the Eastern and Western dance traditions. Into the Center, where dance transcends barriers and modernity redefined. Auditorium DBKL, September 22nd to 25th.
There you have it. Now, joining me in the studio this morning, we have Ramli Ibrahim, chairman of Sutra Foundation, a formidable man who actually, well, in a way, painted the dance landscape in Malaysia. Also joining us this morning, we have Bafana Matia, choreographer and dance teacher from the Battery Dance Company, all the way from New York. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Now, I understand that you guys are here for a dance production called Into the Center.
Correct.
This is celebrating the cultural identities of East and West. Now, before we talk more about that production, we'd like to find out more about your passion and your love in dance. Ramli, you are a well-known name in the dance circle here in Malaysia. You know, you started Sutra Dance Company.
Correct.
And also a very prominent name in the Odyssey and
That's right.
Bharatanatyam's dance,
Yes.
classical Indian dance. Tell us about how did you first come to, love dance?
Well, that's a long story, Lisa. So I don't know whether we can go through that, but it's something to do, I think, with inherent temperament that one has. I'm sure that this is shared with Bafana and myself, because as male dancers, we are always stigmatized in terms of dancing, so we really need to have the passion to make it in dance, so to speak. And my dance journey started when I was young. I had been artistically, temperamentally very interested in dance since then. And I explored. I keep saying that I followed my bliss, so to speak. But I have been always associated with the Indian classical dance of Bharatanatyam and Odissi. But I was trained in ballet and contemporary dance. I worked with the Sydney Dance Company. I was trained at the Australian Ballet in the National Company in Australia. So I have a very strong background in contemporary and classical ballet.
Absolutely. Now, also, if you don't mind me revealing, somewhat your age, you are close to 60.
Absolutely. That's the tragedy.
No, I think that's a celebration. And your body is as strong as steel.
I'm not sure about that, but I
still
try my
performing.
best. Yes, I am. I still am performing. And, I mean, we go on to another level. I'm performing a work that I premiered in 1987, and that's more than 24 years ago.
Wow. Wow. So what keeps you going, Ramli? I mean, this amount of time, this age, and still going so strong? It must be a deep-rooted passion that...
Well, I would like to remind a statement made by Martha Graham, the high priestess of modern dance in America, that says that, you know, dance compels you. It's not that you want to dance. The dance within you compel you to exercise this passion, or else you feel that your life is not fulfilled.
So you're saying that your life, in some ways,
I am as content, as happy. I don't know whether there is a level of happiness, but I feel that I am satisfied that I'm fulfilling my destiny as a person in
as
my
your
dance.
Calling.
Yes, my
as
calling.
Your calling.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. What about yourself, Bafana Matia? Now you are a dance choreographer. How did you come to love dance?
I'm originally from South Africa, and I moved to the States, I want to say 12 years ago. I fell into dance, I must say. I come from a family of singers. My mom used to be an opera singer herself, so I've been in the world of the arts and theater. And eventually she pushed me into dance when I was age 13, and that's when I really started learning the classical outlook of dance, ballet. And I studied it for 5 years, and I eventually got the chance to go into the United States, and ended in one of the best cities, I should say, for the arts, which was New York City. And from then on, the sky's been the limit.
So what is your forte, would you say, in terms of the genre of dance?
I'm extremely versatile, and I think in the genre of dance, it's important to be as versatile, because then you can really survive in the art form as best as you can. I train classically, I do African dance, I do mean Zulu dancing from South Africa. I've just I just turned 31, I just found out the new world of breakdancing, which is it's another art form in itself.
So as a dancer, you're always progressing, you're always searching for the new genre to explore.
It's the goal, because it's what drives you, and it's what really keeps the boyish, the youthfulness within you. It's you know, you want to always open the platform to learn and learn and learn.
Would you say that, Ramli? I mean, apart
Lisa,
from...
I saw Bafana dance last night, and I just fell in love with the way he moves. His jump forwards, he stays on the air just that a little bit longer.
Wow, how do you do that? Is it magic?
Great passion. That's this is what I said, that, you know, I mean, it is a privilege to dance. You dance your life on stage, so to speak, you know. I mean, there's a fire burning, and it is sacrificial fire, really.
Absolutely.
So that's like what I saw.
It's like your body as the painting, you know, as just expressing what is inside your soul.
Exactly. I had one quote one day was saying that dancers are the athletes of God.
Yes.
You know,
that's another Martha Graham's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like Romlu was saying, it's just the passion.
Well, Lisa, you must see them dance. These are the 5 wonderful dancers from Battery Dance Company. It's a world-class company, and if Malaysians don't come to see them, if they have seen Sutra, but they must come to see Battery Dance Company, because it's a privilege.
What would you say the difference? I mean, you know, we know that Sutra is very much related to Odyssey as well as Bharatanatyam.
Yes, well, my dancers are also trained in ballet. I have started this for a long time, because I model them after my own experience in dance. And I look at the body, that it has to be the perfect instrument to... This is what Bafana was saying, that whatever the choreographer wants, you have to deliver. You know, so in terms of the body itself, it has to be the most efficient instrument for your art.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking more about the production after this very short break. Don't go anywhere. Now, when we come back, the production is also about understanding cultural elements and tolerance. Well, thank you for joining us here on Bella. Now, this morning we're talking about Into the Center, a production merging the Eastern and Western cultural identities. And just joined as we have Anita Gildial, the Cultural Affairs Attaché from the U.S. Embassy. Welcome, Anita.
Thank you.
Now, these two other guests, I don't have to introduce them, especially the one on my left here, Ramli Ibrahim, the chairman of Sutra Foundation. And also we have the dancer and choreographer in the production, Bafana Matia. Now, talking about this production, this is something that I know, understand that the Battery Dance Company from New York is very much into giving back to the poor, the disadvantaged, and bringing dance to the public. So this is a collaboration that was born out of Sutra Foundation's visit to the U.S. recently for a cultural exchange program.
Well, it is also, but the Battery Dance Company has always done this Dancing to Connect project as an outreach program for them. So we are killing several birds with one stone, and the project Into the Center is about excellence, really. But we are not just bringing dance for the elite, the people who are going to the theatre, but also bringing dance to the public, to the people who are less privileged, who may not have the means to go to the theatre. And this is where Battery Dance Company has been for a long time, been a pioneer in reaching out, even in, say, the financial district of Wall Street, where they have their companies is situated. So
I think it's a fabulous idea. I think in making it accessible, especially I think from the lower income groups, sometimes cultural or even dance is not something that they would think about, you know.
Exactly.
And making that available, it's absolutely fabulous. Now, during your visit to New York recently, Ramli, what did you gather, what did you gain, and what did you find that your dancers gained out of the visit?
Well, you know, we were part of the Downtown Festival, which was a festival founded by Jonathan Hollander, who is the artistic director also of Battery Dance Company. And this festival happens in that downtown financial district of Battery Point. And this is the wonderful thing, because Malaysia do not generally have a profile in New York, which is supposedly, yes, Anita, the first city of the world.
Yes.
And so we are very lucky, and we had a fantastic reviewer by one of the most meanest reviewer of US, the New York Times. And we had almost the full page review in the New York Times, and it's a wonderful review.
Right.
And being there in the center of New York is something to be reckoned with. I think.
Sure. Now, you are from America.
That's correct.
From the U.S., Anita. So, you know, just listening to and hearing about, I understand that Sutra Foundation, you guys did a performance with the backdrop of the New York skyline.
Correct.
And this is performing the Indian classical dance.
Correct.
What was the response like? I mean, what do you think that would bring to people of America?
Well, I think it's absolutely wonderful. Their program here is under our Performing Arts Initiative. That's the genesis of this program here in Malaysia. And the whole point of that program is to bring art fans together so we can share in our mutual cultural heritage. And I think that was a perfect example of that with Ramli in New York, with the backdrop of New York.
Wonderful. What was the response like, Ramli?
It's the response was fantastic, Lisa. But going back again to what Anita was saying, dance, the performing arts, is really one of the best cultural ambassadors that we can have. And the thing is that Into the Center, to one extent, is connecting that, because we are bringing, usually dance is the margin, where dance is relegated to the margins of society, really. It's not often that we are bringing it to the focus.
Yes.
This is why the title Into the Center. And we are always grateful to the American Embassy for taking the initiative.
To promote
cultural
exchanges, and also the art. Now, Bafana, with this production, there's four performances. So tell us a little bit, not giving away too much.
Well, I come in and Battery Dance does a piece called Laya Priya, which is choreographed by Jonathan Hollander. And again, it brings the East and the West all together. And that's the closing show. So
That's it.
That was the highlight. But actually, there's several highlights, Anita. Not only that, you know, I mean, both Jonathan and I were choreographing on each other's dances. And so there are many collaborators. Dato' Bernard Chandran is doing the costume for us. And I think Bernard has brought in that style. And one of the works that I do on Bafana's colleague, Sean Scantlebury, is the one that was made famous by Nijinsky, the fawn. And last night, both Jonathan and I were saying just, my God, this role is simply made for Sean. It looks wonderful on Bernard's costume.
Wow, wow, we can't wait to see it. It's premiered yesterday.
That's correct.
So were you there?
Absolutely.
And what did you think about the whole performance?
It was spectacular. It truly was. And I think the performance was a perfect example of the blending of Malaysian and American dance styles, of course, with Bernard Chandran doing the costume design, but elements of Malaysian and Western design in the costuming, the lighting, where it was a fusion of both a Malaysian and American technical team. It was an incredible collaboration.
Wow, wow. How long did it take to put the whole production together? Because it didn't seem like you guys had a lot of time.
Well, Bafana was not here in February when Jonathan, Sean, and Robin Cantrell was here to do the Dancing to Connect project with the UNHCR. And you know that we have 92,000 refugees in Malaysia. So they were working with really a bundle of joy. These are the refugees, teenagers from mainly Myanmar and some other states. So these are the people that the outreach project of Dancing to Connect was trying to gather and show how powerful dance can be to empower these people.
Wow.
So we had stretched times from that in February and when we were in New York to choreograph as much as possible, and it came together just literally yesterday.
And how many people are involved? How many dancers are involved in this production altogether?
Well, from the barrist point of view, we are 5 dancers.
And for us, about 12.
12 dancers. So in all, how long is the whole production?
2 hours?
Yes, about 2 hours.
It's about 2 hours.
With interval.
Spectacular performance. Okay, all right. When we come back, we'll be talking about perception versus passion in the form of men and the art of dance. Don't go away. What is the reputation of male dancers, and how do male dancers counter any negative perceptions?
Aisha, look at that.
What is that?
That's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend? What's he doing?
He's a dancer. He's a contemporary dancer. So that's like one of his pictures when he's performing at, I think, I'm not sure where, but one of his performances.
Okay, a guy dancer that's so... I don't know.
What? I think it's sexy because he's got so much passion for it. I mean, like, not a lot of people could do it.
Okay, if you say so. Well, it's not for me.
Okay.
So that's born out from a perception that dance is an effeminate pursuit of a non-macho male. Well, guys, you are the best person to tell us how do you view that? You know, coming from where you came from.
Okay, I come from a not a strict culture, but I think a culture where the knowledge of dance or male dancer was not really known so much. So you did have a hard time in breaking those boundaries. But it is very much an art form that is really, males are really needed and really can thrive and do amazing things within it. And I think that's also another great thing about Dancing to Connect is that it really goes out and really breaches all those boundaries and teaches the kids in a much earlier age about the fullness of dance. And it's and as a profession as well.
It's a very respectable profession. It is a profession.
Extremely respectable profession.
And male dancers are immensely sexy.
Yes, yes. Some of us, yes.
Ramli, now you have transcended cultural, racial, and religious boundaries to bring dance as an art form.
Right.
So tell us about the challenges that you had to overcome.
Well, it's an extremely, the performing arts, especially dance, it's itself a very difficult field to survive in. And on top of that, male dancers, with all the stigma, with all the fact that there is no money in dance, and that is one of the great kind of thing that parents don't want to send their male child for a dance class, and also that association with feminism and all that kind of thing. But for me, I was not. It's not that I was not aware. That's not a problem for me, because I feel that for me the passion to dance was so strong that I need to do it, and I need to be doing what I want to do. So that was the main kind of thing. But it's true, I am about to leave after this project to Chennai, where we have a platform only for male dancers, and we discuss the problems of even in India, a country with more than 1 billion people, have just a few male dancers. Few male dancers is really good. And we talk about it with Jonathan also. Even in America, this is a problem. But apparently in Africa, it's not a problem, because it's a very macho kind of, the dance is macho.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Because it's very imbued in your culture, isn't it?
It is. But it imbued in our culture in both sexes. Dancing is the way of life, so it's just an extension of another part of you. So
it's surprising to listen that there's still that perception in America. I mean, what do you feel, Anita?
I think male dancers are great. I think anyone that dances and is able to connect with that self-expression is wonderful and should be applauded.
Yes, I think this is why I think in India, because dance is so pervasive in India, that dance have empowered women. To a certain extent, women have become more powerful because of dance. And somehow in Malaysia, it's a pity, because especially for male Malay dancers, they have even forgotten how to do the joget and the zapin. And all you can see is male dancers moving to almost kind of just a beat, kind of that techno boring beat in disco, and I think that's a regressive thing.
It is. Well, now before we end here, guys, just very quickly, Into the Center, the production premiered yesterday at the Auditorium DBKL.
Correct.
Just any information that you would like to put out, maybe, tell our viewers here, the purpose and the significance and the awesomeness of actually attending this production.
Yeah, there's a lot of partnership happening in this 4-night program. Of course, we had the gala night last night, but tonight is going to be a partnership with the Fulbright and the MAAP, the Malaysian American Alumni Partnership. So it is also to gather the people who are interested with the Fulbright alumni program, and then the next day is open to the public. The My Dance Festival is coming.
So it's not by invitation only, it's actually open to the public.
It is open to the public.
So they can get their tickets at...
Not tickets, invitations by invitation, entrance by invitation, through donation at Sutra Dance Theatre at 0340211092, or log on to website Sutra Foundation at org.my.
Which we actually have plastered on your screen at this moment. Thank you so much, all of you, for stopping by. So don't miss this magnificent production, learning about the cultural identities of East Mid-West. Until then, have a great day. I'm Lisa Wong. Goodbye.
They wanna see us fall.